everybody, I am here with an unboxing video. I know I didn't do a Taroscope or astrology weather report this week. I was away at a conference, seminar, workshop thing over the weekend, and then I got some sad news that one of my uncles passed away. So I just wasn't, wasn't in the right frame, didn't have quite the time to do all the things that I had wanted to do. So I'm back today. I'm doing an unboxing of, it's not a brand new deck, but it is new to me. It is the Druidcraft Tarot. So this is just going to be like a first impressions sort of unboxing type video. All right, there we go. Let's get the plastic off. All right. So this is a deck that's been around for a while. It's illustrated by Will Worthington. This is a Llewellyn deck. And I do like that the boxes now, like this one actually comes off like a top, sort of, what do you call this? Anyway, the top comes off, so it's a little bit easier to store things in. It's still, not super stiff cardboard, so I don't know if I'll keep this or not, but we'll see. We've got a nice big book at the front. Very nice. It is, how many pages? 189, so almost 200 pages worth of info. It's kind of done in this sepia tone. You've got your thumbnail here, and then you've got, oh, they've divided, oh, sorry, I've totally, my brain's going off. So they have the meaning, reverse meaning, and then it looks like they have them divided by the numbers and not the suits, because I just noticed it says, when I opened up, the eights. So it talks about what eights mean. And then it goes through, oh, it does. Okay, so it has like the Eight of Wands, Eight of Cups, and then it has the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So that's kind of interesting how they've laid this out. That's a little bit different than what some other ones have done. So they've started with not the major arcana, but they started with the court cards, with princesses, knights, or how they put it, princesses, princes, queens, and kings. And then they go through all the pip cards, and then they go into the major arcana. So it's organized a bit different than most books. And then afterwards, and there seems to be a bigger write-up on each of the major arcana. Like it looks like it's about 2 or 3 pages as opposed to 1 page. And they've got keywords. Okay. And then let's see if there's anything else. Oh, and how to use the card is at the back. And then they've got some spreads. They've got like a pentagram spread, a hexagram spread. There we go. So, a little bit different than maybe some of the traditional, a chalice and wand spread, which looks like the Celtic cross, but whatever. And then some sample readings. So, I mean, overall, it looks like this, it has sort of the information that most of the tarot books that come with Llewellyn have, the bigger books, but it's just organized a little bit differently. So I'm curious to see how this book kind of, the information that it has, if that's a little bit different, what the spin is on that. So, who wrote this? So this is, it is Philip and Stephanie Cargam. So that's pretty awesome, because they are druids, which is really cool. So you've got your little thing here to keep your deck in. And like I said, I don't know if I'll keep the box or not, but it is handy that that is an option. And then, of course, I gotta unwrap it because it's in plastic. So, yeah, hopefully this. I always hate unwrapping these. I like it better when they just have sort of the plastic sleeve over them. Although I guess this protects it better. Come on, people don't want to see me unwrap. Okay. So I know I've seen people trim these cards because they do have a fair amount of border on them. I don't think, like, it doesn't bother me that much, but it is a consideration if you're, you're not interested in borders. These are quite sizable, these cards. They're quite wide for a tarot deck. I could see you could trim it because it's just got this, central sort of symbol, so, but you'd be losing some of this border. So we've got here, I'm not going to go through them all, I'm going to give you my impressions. They're nice and big. Ace of Wands, love the illustration, very beautiful. So it starts with the aces, so just like the book, it starts with the suits rather than the major arcana. There's the Four of Wands. I really enjoy Will Worthington's style of illustration. Kind of takes you to another time and place. It has sort of a fantasy type sort of vibe to it, but at the same time, it's not like over the top fantasy. It's quite believable. It's very soft too. It's not harsh. There we go. Good Queen of Wands. Or Princess of Wands. Here's the Queen of Wands. There we go. Wands. Got our Ace of Cups. All right. So like I said, I'm not going to show you all, but I'm going to show you some. So I'm really enjoying the pictures. I could see how people would trim these and just have the pictures, because the pictures are really, they're really quite something. They're quite beautiful. I don't know if I like all the faces on everybody. Like this one here. Face is a little problematic to me. But I mean, I can look past those kind of things because most of it is quite stunning. Like this Eight of Cups is really beautiful. Really enjoying that. I love the colors in it. They're soft without being overly pastel-y. I'm not really like a pastel type person, but they're not like jewel tone colors. Cups. Oh, I like the Ace of Swords. That's really nice. Love that. It's definitely got a very pagan, druidic, Celtic type vibe to it, which I mean that's the whole point of this deck. So I think this would be really good. I was thinking about using this in the spring. There's something about this that kind of says spring, summer to me. Whereas I find the Wildwood Tarot, which is the other one I believe he's the illustrator for, to me has more of a winter feel to it somehow. Oh, I like this Princess of Swords. It's really beautiful. And that one's got more rich colors to it. It's funny how on camera it shows up the colors a little bit more rich than in real life, I think. I like that the queens are more mature looking, because in some decks the queens are still quite young. Don't know if I care for the Ace of Pentacles. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Seven of Pentacles, I like that. The mistletoe. Gathering mistletoe. Oh. We have Nine of Pentacles with bird, I like that. Alright, so let's see the major arcana now. Oh, I like the King of Pentacles too. That's pretty cool. Like that one. The Magicians, what appears on the cover of the book. High Priestess, that's one I always look at, the High Priestess. And then the Empress is the lady. So they've changed a couple of the names, and she's on the cover. And then the Emperor is the Lord. Hierophant is the High Priest, which is, you know, it's called that in some decks. Oh, I like the Lovers. Very nice, very sexy. I like the Chariot as a woman. This makes me think of Boudica or Boudicca, however you want to pronounce it. Strength, got a boar with her instead of a lion. I do like this Hermit. Let's see, other cards that are important to me. Death is important to me in a deck. Like that. The Devil, Karanunas. Go, our two lovers resting. Got the Tower. Very nice. There's a little bit of nudity in this deck, so, you know, if you're concerned about that, you know, keep that in mind. The Sun has a child on it. I know some people don't like that. Kelly, in particular, from the Truth and Story. Naked babies on horses. And then we've got the World. There we go. So really beautiful deck. I love the colors. I love the illustrations in this. I think I'm going to save this one to work with for spring, because it kind of has a spring pagany kind of vibe to me. It's interesting, they've carried the browns throughout, like you've got the brown on the back of the deck, you've got on the box, and then even inside the book, it's all sort of that brown writing and sepia tone. So that's kind of interesting. But, you know, I'm not a huge brown fan, but I do really like the colors and the art style on this, so I can forgive the brown. I can deal with the brown. You know, cardstock wise, typical kind of Llewellyn stock, they've gone back to kind of the bit of a thinner stock, which I don't mind because it makes it easier to shuffle, especially when the cards are this wide and this big. So I don't mind that, and also it seems they've put more effort into the books and into the packaging, and I'll take that over a thicker cardstock any day. So if you have this deck, I know this deck's been around for a while, it's fairly popular. Let me know what you think of working with it. Do you like it? Did you not like it? Is this a deck that you would get? Let me know, like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time.